Let's go to the capture order form. This one has been catered for. We have some few more buttons to write code for. Delete, total, export to Excel, and also this search text box right here. Let's start with the new order. Let's double click on it. Here we want to first of all reload the form, so we will call capture order, the capture order load event, sender, E, and also we want to refresh the order form, that is the customers list. So we type the method that we created, refresh order form. That is all for the BTN new order. So when that button is clicked, all we want to do is to reload the form. Now let's come to the delete button. Okay, let's rather start with the compute total. Let's double click on it. You type var get amount from P in db.order. We have order by P dot amount where P dot order ID convert to int32 tst order ID dot test. Select P. If get amount dot count is equal to 0, message box dot show select product first. Return. We create a variable decimal total amount, the initial value 0. Now we use the for each statement. For each var amount 1, this is a variable, you can call it anything, amount 1, in get amount total amount is assigned total amount plus convert to decimal amount 1 dot amount. Now we assign the amount to the text box, that is the TST total amount. TST total amount dot test is equal to, is assigned total amount dot to string. Let's look at the role that this code is playing. First, here it goes into the database to the order table, and it will look for the order ID specified here, items that are bearing this order ID. If it doesn't find it, then it means that that order has not been captured yet. And that is what this line is doing. If it is equal to 0, then it means that order has not been captured yet. This message is shown to the user and nothing happens. But if there are items that do bear that order ID, in here, it will be picked one after the other. The total amount here is a variable and it has been initialized to 0. So the amount 1 means that it will pick the first item that bears that order ID and it will add the amount to this variable, and it will keep adding one after the other until it is done. And when it is done, we come here to the text box, that is the TST total amount, and we display the total amount there. So that is what this code is doing. Now let's go to the delete button. Double click. First, we check whether an entry is selected. If data grid view, this will be data grid view 2. This will be data grid view 2, not 1. Let me go up and confirm. Yes, okay, this is for the inventory, so that will be data grid view, and that is why it is important to name your objects or your controls. The data grid for the inventory is the data grid view 1, and for the customer order is data grid view 2. Let's take note of that. Dot row count is equal to 0. Message box dot show, select an entry first. Next, we have our selected item from P in db dot order table, where P dot product entry ID, this will be entry ID, that is the item itself, entry ID is equal to convert to int32 data grid view 2 dot current row dot cells 0, and the 0 represents the first column, so 0 dot value dot to string. Select P. Now a message to confirm from the user if he or she really wants to remove that item from the list. This code has also been written before. Dialog results. And as we said, C# is case sensitive. Therefore, these two are seen differently. Is equal to or is assigned message box dot show are you sure Are you sure you want to remove the selected product? Question mark. And we need a title, SBS. Then finally the buttons. Yes, no. If dialog result is equal to .no, then we stop the execution. That is, we stop, we don't delete anything or remove any item. Otherwise, you delete the selected item from the list or from the table. We have db.order-table.delete on submit selected item dot first or default db.submit changes. Finally, we refresh. The order table. So we have the method we created. Refresh order form, and we are done. Let's go back to the form. We've written code for this, and also for this. We are left with this and the search box here. Let's go to the export to Excel. That will be a very simple code because we did all the work here at the export to Excel, the class that we created here. We did all the work there. So here, all we have to do is first check whether the order is placed first. In other words, whether the customer list is not empty, because if it is empty, what are you exporting to Excel? We have if data grid view 2, don't forget, dot row count is equal to 0. Message box dot show, we want to say place order first, return. Okay, so now the list is not empty. We have an order that has been placed, so we can go ahead and export it to Excel. As usual, we have to create an object of the export to Excel class, which is the export class, this class that we created. We will have export, the name of the object, let's call it export order, new export order dot, we call the method again, this method export to Excel, export to Excel, and we provide our argument. The first one will be data grid view 2. The next one is the name of the file. The first one we did was inventory, so this will be order, and it's supposed to be a string, so in quotation marks, order. And the next one is supposed to be the worksheet name. We'll call it order details. You can call it anything, and we close it. And that is all we are supposed to do. Finally, let's click save. Go back to the form, and we are now going to write the code for this search box that will enable us to search through the product. Let's double click. That brings us to the TST search underscore test changed event. Again, we will have to go to the data set and also configure our table. Let's go there and we will come back here. Our data set is here. Okay, this time we go to the inventory table because that is where you want to perform the search. So we right click and select add query. Click next, query builder. It is the product name we want to use to search. We'll select that, go to filter and type like, and then you add question mark. Click OK and click next. Here we type fill by search product. We can click finish or next, and then we click finish. Always make sure you save, and you can also close it. We come back to our code. If tst search the test is empty, reload the data grid view. So we have, let's just go there, copy, go to the form load event. It's up here, up. This. Copy it, go down there and paste it. Else, we create a variable string, search string, concatenate it with what is in the text box, tst search dot test, concatenate it again with the percentage symbol, and this is where we copy this. It was even already on the clipboard, paste and modify it, fill by search product. We come here, comma, the variable we created, search, finished. Click save. Now we go to the form load event. Up. when we start this form, we don't want to load the data grid view 2, that is the customer's order. So it doesn't have to be here, this one. Let's delete it. Rather, we want to set the order ID, and we have created a method already, so we call the method set order ID, and we terminate it. So I think our work is done here. We just have to go run our code and see if everything is working.